Who's the alpha male?
Jim. He's got the bigger shoe.
Yeah.
That's how you decide, isn't it?
OK, that's how it was decided. Well, that's easy. If everything else is as easy as that, all the big decisions.
The alpha if you've got a heftier shoe.
You're in.
Well, Craig said that these were my sons. I just put them on, that these are a classic.
Oh, yeah, they are.
They're a classic.
Normcore.
They actually are classic.
Get me.
A total classic. Yeah, love that. Now, Bob, you met Vic when you went into a comedy club, and Vic was in there with a Brian Ferry mask on with some wooden planks on his feet, right?
Correct, yeah.
And he was tap dancing, and if I saw that, I'd think, funny, but I don't want to go near him. You thought, funny, but I'll spend the rest of my life with him. What was it that made you guys fall in love with making comedy together?
Well, that was an amazing moment. It was like going into a pet shop and discovering a brand new type of cat. Do you know that maybe speaks as hello?
Or a hamster with long legs.
Very long legs.
Really long legs, like a giraffe.
There was nothing like Jim, never will be again. And, you know, that was an amazing night. And,
So it was instant.
Yeah,
it was a good... Well, yeah, when Bob turned up, I started doing it in this... It wasn't a comedy club, it was just a pub. And I put this show on, which changed every week. And it was just new ideas every week. And Bob turned up one night with a friend and enjoyed it, I think.
We can never remember but sometime a bit later we were writing it together and then...
But it wasn't like any comedy show that had ever been before, I mean, because... And that's probably why... Did you ever watch any comedy before?
I did. I used to like Spike Milligan. I used to...
But you didn't watch any stand-up, because there's a lot of stand-ups around then who were all kind of political, much like they are now. Although now there's quite long, dreary stories, isn't there?
Have you ever noticed?
Yeah.
But we were doing stuff that... well, I was doing stuff which I thought was funny, which is more akin to performance art than anything.
Surreal and silly and bonkers.
Really, yeah. I just we thought if we thought it was funny, it was in. And it changed every week. There wasn't like a routine.
Yeah.
The next week, something else had happened. So I said to Bob, why don't you come on next week and do something?
I said, I will. I'll come and do something.
It was really what it was about was entertaining your friends.
Yeah.
Rather than, like, making a big career and going, let's get liked by a lot of people. It was just like, let's see if we can impress our 16 friends.
And that's quite freeing, though, isn't it? And Big Night Out is back, so 30 years on, something's working.
Well, yeah, it's working, isn't it? It seems.
Yeah. I mean, it's a specialist interest in it. No, but I think it's because it is silly and it's daft and it's kind of timeless. It doesn't really matter what's going on in the world. There's no particular reference other than just a bit of joy and, you know, silliness. So
it's devoid of anything that is actually happening in the world.
Well, that's why it's so wonderful.
Quite a nice thing.
That's why I love it, because it's just it's bonkers.
It feels like that might be the only rule that you apply when
No, the only
together.
rule we do apply, Jim's right, is just like when we're writing, this is quite a quick affair, is if we both laugh, it goes in the show, and then we never return to it until we're in front of a camera. And that way it's still fresh for us and still makes us laugh, you know?
Yeah, I love that on one hand we have, like, this very surreal comedy, and also, Bob, we have you going fishing, which is another wonderful show that I love with Paul Whitehouse.
Yeah.
Vic, did you see that and be like, why am I not fishing?
No, because, well, Bob loves fishing, and he does those shows, which I think are brilliant. And I go and do my art documentaries, so I go off and do that. And, you know, we're not joined at the hip as far as television goes. We can drift off and do our own things.
Do you ever do a hobby with one another? Do you ever paint in fishing?
Well, funny enough, we did start fishing together, and we found out that we were both diabolical.
Oh, we did go once, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
We were terrible, and but Bob's pursued it. He's like really gone for it. But when we were kids, I think we both went fishing when we were kids.
Yeah.
And I remember catching a grayling when I was a kid.
It's a nice catch.
But all kids, this is in the 70s. That's what all kids did around where we lived.
Dreamy.
Love that.
Sounds like the ideal.
Bit of fishing. Love that. We should do that, Angela.
I'd love to. Let's do that.
We should do that.
This weekend.
Well, that is nearly all for tonight. Thanks to Craig, Vic and Bob.